Feijenpoort, the gateway to Rotterdam South. From mercantile town to port city to maker city with tech innovation, Rotterdam predicts a 15% increase of population by 2035. The city aims to reshape the economy by expanding towards the south. Located at the entrance of Rotterdam South, Feijenpoort intersects 8 neighborhoods. The district accommodates some of the most ethnically diverse populations, yet has the lowest quality of life in Rotterdam. Situated at the bottleneck of the north and south, Feijenpoort suffers a disconnection of its east and west. The west part is characterized by homogeneous housing and broad lanes. In its future plan, the ambitions aim to connect the district to Rotterdam's new centers. The proposed skyline will establish the new stadium as the focal point. It introduces a new tidal park and high-rise harbor which overshadow the existing buildings. However, the plan doesn't address the diagonal axes into the rest of the neighborhoods. To tackle Feyenoord's disconnection with the rest of Rotterdam, Feijenpoort will adopt a new phased mobility strategy. The current Rotterdam Zuid train station will be phased out. The municipal proposal will be upgraded with a new hierarchy. The Metro F will be rerouted and intersect with another new line at the new station. The bridge proposed by OME will then be relocated to guarantee faster west-east connections over the river. The mobility strategy aligns with the historical urban structure and will be developed into the convergence zone. From the convergence zone, axes of diverse characteristics will radiate and flourish throughout the whole site. To achieve the convergence zone, the mobility hub overlaps different forms of streets to connect flows and events in different scales. As the existing commercial backbone, the Beierlandselaan axis will become pedestrianized. The esports center on this axis will connect different age groups through gaming to reduce loneliness and increase social cohesion. The Play Cycle project will address the issues of juvenile nuisance. Along the canal axis, play facilities will be created from recycled local waste. The project will further link the landscape and cultural scene in Hart van Zuid to the convergence zone. Between the two axes, a new boulevard to celebrate local and international culture will be created and extend further to the park along the train tracks. A compelling green belt and active waterfront introduce new qualities and connect to the ecological and green network of Rotterdam. In order to freely develop youngsters' minds, the Academy for the Arts generates well-being by a new creative and green environment. The strip connects climate adaptation and circular community production projects in the neighborhood. As Rotterdam's energy sector is shifting, De Kuip is repurposed as a research center and museum for microbiofuels. This provides a future for port industry workers on site. A new tidal park and water bus route will connect the research center to the innovation marketplace. The marketplace promotes new forms of localized production and exchange for the agro-tech and creative industries, whilst linking to the vibrant Afrikaner markt. Both projects work towards Rotterdam's sustainability goals, whilst connecting to innovation centers at a city, national and international scale. New housing strategies are proposed throughout the site to revitalize the pre-war residential housing stock, particularly along the canal and green axes. The Brandscape housing strategy retools and diversifies the existing housing through an environmentally responsive, incremental and modular housing solution. The open housing system creates adaptations to the closed housing block to accommodate for localized densification and dilution as Rotterdam's population increases. Both projects will improve the standard of living in Feijenpoort, but can be applied throughout the city. The new transportation system aims to reduce the existing car dependency on site. New cycling routes, car and bike parking facilities will connect to new and existing public transport routes, making transitions between transport modes easier and green zones throughout Rotterdam more accessible. With our proposal, Feijenpoort is envisioned to become the gateway of Rotterdam South.